Hi guys, you'll find polarisation in politics in most countries around the world, but one of the places it is perhaps the most polarised is in Northern Ireland. On the pro-British side, you have two main parties representing the unionist community, the moderate UUP and the more extreme DUP. On the pro-Irish side, you have the moderate SDLP and the more extreme Sinn Féin. The SDLP take their seats in the House of Commons, Sinn Féin do not. But there is another political party that sees itself representing not just the centre ground, but a growing demographic that is either disinterested with the constitutional situation in Northern Ireland, or see it as very much a second issue. They're focused more on bread and butter issues. That is the Alliance Party. Unfortunately for Alliance, when they support an issue, they get branded as being pro-Sinn Féin or pro-DUP. Since the Northern Ireland Protocol was put in place, they have taken a lot of flack from the likes of the DUP and more extreme elements who have branded them as Little Shinners or Sinn Féin Light. Here's Sorcha Eastwood of Alliance defeated that narrative and delivered an epic speech. Have a listen.
I think quite clearly Sorcha is not a Shinner and that's an outrageous claim. I do think that unionists feel that the Alliance Party on all key issues, since 2016, I think it was a change maybe for the Alliance Party, has allied itself with Sinn Féin and the SDLP in core issues, and now seems very keen on a process in which it would be in power. I know you mentioned the Ulster Unionists, with the SDLP and Sinn Féin, and unionists wouldn't, and the whole system would be overturned when they were on the verge of supposedly celebrating the 25th anniversary of the Belfast Agreement. So I do understand why unionists feel very upset with the Alliance Party at that. And I think
Ben, were they upset with me?
Yeah.
Ben, I'm of a new generation where I didn't want to have these conversations. We opposed Brexit because we didn't want to rehash all this old ground. I was guaranteed whenever I was a young person in 1998 that I would have the chance to make Northern Ireland work. I have had a life outside of politics. I've been in business, I've been in leadership. I want to get jobs for young people. I want to make sure that young mum can make sure that her kids have a different and better life than she had. I got into this because of people, because of domestic violence, because of disability rights. I didn't want to spend my time rehashing constitutional rows and frankly, for me and my party to be co-opted into some wider psychodrama where we can't just be Alliance, we have to be some sort of Trojan horse. Listen to that. It's nonsensical and it's not listening to the public. They want something different and they want positive change.
Completely correct. The public want positive change. They don't want these psychodramas that she's talking about. The DUP against Sinn Féin or Sinn Féin against the DUP. The vast majority of people in Northern Ireland are concerned about cost of living, about the NHS, about education, about jobs. These are the concerns of the people of Northern Ireland, and they hoped back in 1998 that the constitutional issue would be put aside and political parties would focus on the real issues, the issues that affect them in their daily lives. Can my children get a job? Can they go to university? Can I pay the bills? Can I feed my family? These are the concerns of the people of Northern Ireland today. And the Alliance Party is growing in support because it talks about these issues. On the other side, you have the DUP here, who are obsessed with the Northern Ireland Protocol. They're blocking the forming of the executive, which would deal with these issues because of the Northern Ireland Protocol. Now, I think it's because of Sinn Féin, but officially it's because of the protocol. So families are struggling in Northern Ireland. Businesses are seeing an uncertainty. They're holding off investment because they don't know what's going to happen in the future. Is the DUP going to create more roadblocks? These are real concerns for ordinary people. And you have politicians, particularly in the DUP, who are obsessed with constitutional issues and to the detriment of the people of Northern Ireland. Now, there are people within unionist communities and nationalist communities who are deeply concerned about the constitutional issue. But the bread and butter issues have to be covered too. And, you know, Sorcha said here that she, back in 1998, when she was seeing the Good Friday Agreement being signed, political parties at the time and voters at the time believed, okay, we can put these constitutional issues aside and focus on what's important.